Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol AETI. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. Crazy move today, not only from a price action perspective, but you look down here at the volume, and by far the biggest volume this chart has had for quite a while. So a lot of eyeballs on this one. So let's map out some levels of support, and then we'll talk about areas of resistance. Now, is the chart bullish or bearish? Well, that's very tricky from a presentation standpoint, because there's a lot of perspective that goes into that. What do I mean? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there, and you wanted to sell, in any of those instances, let's just say within 25 minutes after buying, well, then for you, yeah, the chart's looking pretty rough because there was a pretty big pullback. Now, if you care about the thing or the chart from a big picture point of view, sure, there was a pullback, but the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. And to kind of illustrate that, I want to just give a little bit more context to the chart. So we'll scrunch it up here a little bit. And for me, that ideal level of support now going forward remains right here at about the $1.35 mark. And I'm not saying the price is going to do this, but just for example's sake, let's say the price actually does come down to $1.35, behaves in that manner, and then starts to work its way back upwards. What would you have in that scenario? Again, emphasis on big picture. Well, from the big picture, you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have this previous set of lows down there. If you picture each one of those as stair steps, well, hey, you have overall big picture stair steps still going in the upwards direction. Again, I'm fully aware that if you're a day trader and you bought somewhere around here, then yeah, you couldn't care less about those stair steps. But that's why I try to offer up a warning, that I would be, it would kind of just depend on your perspective going forward. So sure, today it pulled back from its highs, but stop and think about that word, today. As in 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here, you can see the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. So that is definitely priority number one going into tomorrow. Has nothing to do with breaking levels of resistance at this point in time. It's all about stabilizing and then building an overall higher base, because as I've shown, when you have those higher bases, you can put those stair steps into place, and stair steps is the name of the game in terms of building bullish uptrends. So let's see if the bulls can get the job done or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.